Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Today's video is gonna be short and real quick. Before it starts, just gotta make some quick announcements. I just dropped my first piece of like apparel, clothing, up on my website for my new album. Next, go listen to it, please. It's pretty cool, I promise. Yeah, we got shirts, we got hoodies, and I plan to keep updating my store with different, cooler, more unique designs as time goes on. It's just my first batch. But go check it out if you're interested. I'll have a couple of images over here. We got CDs too, and I think those are pretty sick, and you should definitely check them out. So yeah, that's number one. Number two, and this is something I'm only doing it for like a limited time, maybe over the next month. If you're an upcoming artist, musician, content creator even, that wants to learn how they can make progress without having to sacrifice the artistry of your work, without having to make any particular changes to your music or your videos or whatever have you, but still increase your income, increase your fan base, you can book a call with me. I got my email in the description. Just send me an email. I'm working with budgets, but prices start at like $8 an hour. Pretty cheap, dude. Just book a call. Yeah. So today we're gonna be talking about, let me just get this shit out the way. It's kind of pissing me off. Today we're gonna be talking about how obsessing over your goals is holding you back. So if you've been around the online hustle, self-improvement spaces, you probably already heard guys telling you, like, if you want to make progress, you gotta put your goals in a piece of paper, stick it against the wall, and look at it every morning, obsess over them. Like, I even had these. I took them out for the video. Look, this one's for Spotify, this one's for YouTube. I got another one over there for like just money, because yeah. And you'll hear people telling you that the way in which you can reach a certain goal or achieve whatever objective you want is to like hyper fixate and constantly visualize this idealized version of yourself which has achieved all of these goals, and just keep thinking about it every morning, think about it, obsess over like, wow, I'm gonna get this money, or I'm gonna do this and that. And it's like, I took that advice to heart, and I feel like for like almost 2 years, not quite 2 years, like a year and a half, I'll say, I've had the goal of like making 10K a month. It has been a goal of mine for like a while, alongside other goals like making a 10 out of 10 album and like getting an X amount of monthly listeners and stuff. And it was only up until recently when I started to understand that the practice of like constantly hyperfixating and idealizing this goal that you have in any realm of your life, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't actually help you make any progress. Obsessing over your goals is actually counterintuitive to the idea of growth and to the idea of self-actualization, when you actually start to learn how the universe works, how the human mind works. Because first of all, what you need to understand is what a goal is. Like, what exactly are you telling yourself when you write down on a piece of paper, or you say to yourself, I want to make 10K a month? What you're doing is sending a message, both to yourself, to your subconscious mind, and to the universe, that I desire this reality. I want this outcome. I want this specific thing to materialize itself in reality. And I know a couple of you might already be tuning out, being like, oh man, this nigga talking about some woo-woo bullshit. Just stay with me, gang. When you obsess over your desired reality and you look at it as something that would benefit you, you are telling both yourself and the universe that you are not in this reality, and you are not the kind of person who would be in this reality. You are increasing the distance, the separation between you and your desired reality. What do I mean? Let me extrapolate this. And you can put this into context of whatever goal you have. It's not just for this content creation, social media, music, influencer space. It can be your grades. It can be even building more muscle or your relationships, whatever have you. When you keep looking at a piece of paper, you keep looking at a goal you set, and you just think to yourself, man, how great would it be to have this thing? You further cement your perception of both the goal you have, of yourself, and of the universe. Like, you cement that objective you set as separate from you, because you are telling yourself that by having it, your life will change. Like, you are gloating over it as something that is separate from your current reality. And the danger in doing this is that, and I need you to really write down what I'm about to say, because I promise you, bro, this is $1 million advice. The number one rule of how life works, how any goal works, how any industry works, how anything at all works, is in this life, you can only have what you are. You can only have what you already have. If you keep telling yourself that the reality in which you've made the money, in which you've won the Grammy, in which you've gotten the listeners, in which you've gotten the subscribers, if you keep telling yourself that that reality is something which you don't have, then you will continuously move through life as the type of person who fixates on adopting the reality which they want, rather than becoming the person that can allow for the goal you set to materialize itself naturally. Like, and this might sound like ridiculous to some of you who, I don't know, you're a bit more religious, or you're a bit more like, I'm a science guy or whatever. But I promise you, bro, I promise you that for as long as you continue to look at your desired reality as something to obsess over, as something to idealize, as long as you hold it at a pedestal, you will forever feel like you're fighting an uphill battle. You will forever feel like you're fighting upstream. And this is coming from personal experience, dog. Like, I wanted to reach 1,000 monthly listeners for the longest time, bro. But my shit was stagnated for months on end. The only time where I was actually able to achieve my goal, where I actually started to make any progress at all, was when I started looking at my goal, at my desired reality, as inevitable. And that is what I want you to take away from this video the most. In order to achieve your desired reality, in order to achieve anything it is, you need to look at your goal. You need to look at your papers, your fixations, your manifestations. You need to take all of that for granted. You need to look at your objectives and be unimpressed. You need to look at achieving any goal you have as an inevitability, because until you do, you will continue navigating this reality with the mindset and the belief systems of someone who is still getting there. You will never stop getting there. You continue cementing your identity as that of someone which is trying to get there. And you're telling the universe, you're telling yourself, like, yeah, that version of me that has the money, that version of me that has the success, that isn't me. I'm looking at it. There's distance between me and that version of myself. And when you create distance between you and your desired reality, well, fucking obviously, you're not going to get there. And to put it in more practical terms, because you might even be listening to me and be like, okay, cool, I agree, but like, to reach my desired reality, how do I actually do that? To be unimpressed, how do I do that? Because getting the money would change my life. Getting the listeners would change my life. Listen, What I mean is, to put it like in very practical terms, what I want you to do is to just open your Notion or grab a piece of paper and literally write down every single belief you have about whatever your goal is. It can be every single belief you have pertaining to the music industry, to YouTube, to your TikTok, to school, all of it. And this can take you, bro, this can take you a full day, a couple of weeks, shit, even a month. It can take you a while. But I need you to be 100% fully honest with yourself about what your beliefs are pertaining to your particular goal. And then I want you to sit down and think about what beliefs you need to have in order to achieve whatever goal you set out for yourself. And after you've done this exercise, and if you don't know which beliefs you need to have, bro, just go listen to the people in your industry that are successful. In my case, bro, if you make music, whatever genre, just go listen to an interview of your favorite artist, your favorite accomplished musician, you know. Just listen to them speak. Just ask people who are more experienced than you, what sorts of beliefs do they have? What sort of, you know, how their mind works and all that. Just literally just do some research, bro. It's not that hard. But I want you to do this, and I want you to come to the solid, concrete understanding that until you are unable to distance yourself from the mind, from the perspective, from the worldview in which you currently are, until you are able to become vibrationally aligned with the reality that you desire, you will forever feel like you are fighting an uphill battle. And I'm not saying you won't necessarily make progress, because you can, but it will always feel uphill. It would always feel like you're going against the tide, because in a sense, you are trying to manifest like another reality. You are trying to materialize a different version of you without letting the version of you that's currently occupying the space go. How do you want to pour more water into your cup if you're not willing to empty what's already in it? You know what I mean? Stop obsessing over your goals. In itself isn't exactly wrong, so long as you do it the right way. So I guess my title was some clickbait. My bad, bro. I had to get you to click. Stop idolizing your goals. Stop increasing the level of distance between you and your desired reality. You need to look at your goals. You need to look at your objectives, at whatever goal you set, as an inevitability. Because you need to see yourself as someone who's capable. And not only capable, but someone who's rightful, who deserves the reality which you want, to achieve the goals that you want. Because until you are able to do that, you will forever see yourself and your goal as separate, and you will maneuver your reality as someone who is separate from the goal. My videos, my content, my mindset towards like the music I was making, the videos I was making, was that of an amateur, was that of a novice. I wasn't able to look at my art and my videos or anything I made as worthwhile of achieving my goal or like getting me closer to the goals I set, because I had created this idea that like, wow, this reality that I want, it's not for granted. It's like mystical, it's wondrous, it's so far away from me. And the more I kept internalizing that idea, the more distant I became from achieving my goal. It was only like recently, once I started actually studying things like spirituality, psychology, and all that, that I started to understand that like you cannot change your outer reality by changing your outer reality. Like, trust me, bro, focusing on your videos or your music or your whatever, while it can help, it won't get you where you want to go. What you need to focus on first is your beliefs, your mindset, because it's as within as without. it starts in the inner and it manifests itself in the outer. And I know this may sound like bullshit, because it definitely did sound like bullshit to me a couple months ago, a couple of years ago. But just try it, bro. Just try it for like a month. Just do what I'm asking you to do. Just sit there, question your beliefs, adopt new beliefs, and then reflect on them and navigate your life with the beliefs of the version of you which has the reality that you desire. And I promise you, bro, you'll start making progress without even making any major changes to who you are or how you go about not who you are, to how you go about making your videos or your music or whatever. Simply by changing how you look at reality, reality will also change how it looks back at you. That's the point of my video. Stop obsessing over your goals, because by doing so, you're increasing the distance between you and your goals. Don't gloat over your goals. Don't look at them as something incredible. Diminish them. You need to almost develop a sense of apathy towards your goal. Like, bro, towards your goals. Sorry, not your goal. Your goals. You need to look at the money and be like, bro, whatever. I just made $100. It's just money. You know, I made $10,000. It's just money. Or, oh, I got a million views. It's just views. You need to look at it like, yeah, of course this happened. You know, it's just the status quo. Until you're able to do that, you will always feel like you're fighting an uphill battle. That's the TLDR. Once again, go check out my clothing. Go check out my merch. It's really, really cool. Like, honestly, I'm really proud of what we got going on here. If you want one-on-one advice where I can cater to you, your needs, your context, your situation, book a call with me. Emails in the description. Just shoot it. We'll set something up. And have a good day. I love you. That's it. Bye-bye.